And today's episode features an amazing story in collaboration between Ottawa business and political leaders, lifestyle brand 36 Chambers, hip-hop mega group the WU-TANG CLAN, some incredible Shopify employees, and 3 very deserving Ottawa organizations. Before we go any further, don't forget to like and subscribe to help grow this message of positivity and joy. This is Barbie Some Good News. Welcome! Before we jump to today's good news, we have special weather reports. Kenny kids, how's the weather today?
Looks pretty good here. Looks pretty good. It's pretty good.
Thanks, kids! Just wonderful! Before we get to today's feature interview, don't forget to follow Adventures with Anna _official on Instagram to get good news updates throughout the week between Barbie SGN videos on Sundays. For today's feature story, we have another awesome interview. Let's go to my award-winning SGN Global Correspondent Anna for more information. Anna, can you hear me? Oh, yes. I can hear you, Emily. All right. For today's feature interview, we go to the nation's capital in Ottawa. Here we highlight a very cool collaboration that started with a simple tweet asking for donations, which went viral and led to a campaign focused on selling Wu-Tang themed merchandise. All proceeds went to 3 awesome organizations. To tell us all about this story, I recently sat down with Monica and Hamza. Let's roll the clip. Whoop. Hamza and Monica, or can I call you Mo?
You can call me Mo.
Welcome to Barbie SGN. I'm so excited to have you here with us today. Your story begins with a tweet from the Wu-Tang Clan back in April. What's the connection with Wu-Tang and Ottawa? Tell us about that tweet and what happened.
It all kind of started with our COO at Shopify, where Monica, Mo, and I work. Basically, he found out that the food bank was in a pretty dire situation when it came to their supply of food, especially with the onset of COVID-19. A lot more families are turning to the food bank for help. So Harley heard about the situation, and he basically decided to do something about it. What he did was he put out a tweet and he said, hey, let's retweet this thing, and every retweet that it gets, I'll donate, $1 for up to whatever amount it was. And so he did that, and that sort of started the virality piece of it all. And then one thing led to another, and Harley got connected with a gentleman named Miron and another gentleman named Mustafa, and Mustafa is a gentleman at 36 Chambers that works with the Wu-Tang Clan. And so, in trying to promote the tweet, basically the idea was to try to get, celebrities and people who have a lot of followers and a big online presence to try to retweet it. And the folks at 36 Chambers were generous enough to say, hey, let's put a tweet out from Wu-Tang and try to raise more money for the food bank. So, and it just raised a lot of money. It was really successful. And so, how we sort of met Wu-Tang is because of that. And then that's where A Better Tomorrow was, for Ottawa was birthed.
Incredible! Tell us more about the Better Tomorrow campaign.
Yeah, so kind of as Hamza mentioned, the Ottawa Food Bank wasn't getting as many donations as they should. And then moreover, CHEO is actually relocating a lot of their frontline workers to other places. And, meals for frontline workers is something that is extremely important right now because they were working long hours, hard shifts. And the Ottawa Mission is a place where a lot of people also go for shelter and for food. And they also saw an influx as well. And they didn't have the proper, PPE and all that kind of stuff in place. And so we saw an opportunity to help like 3 large organizations in Ottawa get access to some of the things that they really needed to help people at a time like this. First we had the Ottawa shirt that was supporting the Ottawa Food Bank. And then we did a hand sanitizer in partnership with Jusu, and that was to support the Ottawa Mission. And they also got part of the profits as well as a hand sanitizer for everyone sold was donated to them. And we partnered with Pure Kitchen to get meals to CHEO frontline workers. So for every meal sold, another meal was donated to a CHEO frontline worker as well.
Better Tomorrow recently had the opportunity to deliver a super big donation to the Ottawa Food Bank. How much did you give, and how will that money help?
So we had the privilege of being able to cut the food bank a $100,000 check, and that's sort of like, the beginning. We raised a little like more than 100,000, which is amazing. In terms of how it's going to help affect change, I mean, it's interesting. Like when I was younger, my family stayed at Nelson House for a number of different years, and Nelson House is a recipient of the food bank. And so being in that shelter with my mom and my 2 siblings, we were fed. Like there was food in the fridge. We could, go to the kitchen anytime and make a meal. And those meals at that time were provided by the food bank. So that sort of gives you a little bit of like an example, I guess, of sort of how the food bank is going to benefit. And if, Michael Maidma, the CEO, he said something along the lines of once, how the food bank is like a direct reflection of, and how much the food bank gets is a direct reflection effectively from the generosity of the city. And so, us and all the other people involved in this, including yourself, Anna, just for talking about this, are stepping up and giving back. And it's nice to see that in a time like this.
Last question. Can you help me get Wu-Tang on my Barbie SGN show? Just kidding. Unless you really can, then I'm totally serious.
Anything is possible, but I'm not so sure about that.
Anna, I think we need to get you on a Wu-Tang track. I mean, they got to get you on their show.
Thank you so much for your time and the countless hours you both put in over the last few weeks to bring this amazing collaboration. Back to you, Emily. That's it for today, folks. A special thanks again to Mo and Hamza for joining us today, and Wu-Tang members. If you're watching this, give us a call and we will try to squeeze you in for a follow-up interview or arrange to have Anna on your next track. If you haven't already, please make sure that you like this video, subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification bell so that you can help grow and take Barbie SGN to more people. To help us make Barbie SGN even better, we need to get to 1,000 subscribers. So subscribe and spread the word. Everyone needs more good news in their lives these days. Don't keep this source of joy to yourself. See you next week, everyone. Bye.